Are you looking for investing in high quality dividend paying stocks? Then what better way than investing in undervalued dividend aristocrats? These are stocks in the S&P 500 that have a history of paying their dividends and increasing it year after year for 25 years or more than that. And in this video, we'll be talking about 21 undervalued stocks, dividend aristocrats in particular, for your reference. Let's get into it. All right, the first business on our list is Stanley Black & Decker with ticker symbol SWK. It's an industrial sector business with a dividend yield of 3.58%. It has a price to earnings ratio of 21.9, which is above its own 5-year average, and has a dividend safety score of 90, which suggests a very safe dividend payment for this business. It has a history of increasing its dividend for the past 54 years, and it does pay its dividend on a quarterly basis. Next, we have VF Corporation, available with ticker symbol VFC. It's a consumer discretionary business with a dividend yield of 4.61%. VF Corporation has a price to earnings ratio of 14.2 and a dividend safety score of 80. It last increased its dividend back in October of 2021 by 2% and has a dividend growth streak of 50 years, pretty much taking it from a dividend aristocrat level to a dividend king title. It does pay its dividend on a quarterly basis as well. Walgreens Boots Alliance with ticker symbol WBA is the next choice. It's a consumer staples undervalued business with a dividend yield of 5.3%. It has a price to earnings ratio of 8.2 and a dividend safety score of 79. Walgreens Boots Alliance last increased its dividend back in July of 2022 by 0.5%. Walgreens Boots Alliance does pay its dividend quarterly and has a dividend growth streak of 46 years. Next on our list, we have T. Rowe Price with ticker symbol TROW. It's a financial sector business with a dividend yield of 3.86%. T. Rowe Price has a price to earnings ratio of 15.4 and a dividend safety score of 94, which is a very safe dividend score. It last increased its dividend back in February of 2022 by 11%. T. Rowe Price has dividend growth streak of 35 years and does pay its dividend quarterly. Next on our list, we have 3M. It's a reputable business with ticker symbol MMM, an industrial sector business with dividend yield of 4.84%. 3M has a price to earnings ratio of 11.6, which is below its own 5-year average. 3M's dividend safety score is at 75 currently, and it last increased its dividend back in February of 2022 by 0.7%. 3M is not only a dividend aristocrat, but also dividend king, with its dividend growth streak of 63 years straight. 3M does pay its dividend on a quarterly basis. Moving on, if you look at our list, we have Medtronic. It is available with ticker symbol MDT, a healthcare business with dividend yield of 3.03% and a dividend safety score of 99. It has a price to earnings ratio of 15.8 and a dividend growth streak of 44 years. Leggett & Platt, it's a consumer discretionary business on our list of dividend aristocrats with a dividend yield of 4.54%. It is available with ticker symbol LEG and has a price to earnings ratio of 14.1. Leggett & Platt has a dividend safety score of 70 and a dividend growth streak of 50 years straight. Clorox with ticker symbol CLX is another business on our list. This one is a consumer staples with a dividend yield of 3.19%. Clorox has a price to earnings ratio of 36.2, which is above its own 5-year average, and a dividend safety score of 75. Clorox has been increasing its dividend uninterrupted for the past 45 years. Franklin Resources is a financials business with ticker symbol BFN on our list with a dividend yield of 4.40. It has a price to earnings ratio of 9, which is below its own 5-year average, and a dividend safety score of 70. Franklin Resources last increased its dividend back in December of 2021 by 3.6% and has a dividend growth streak of 41 years straight. Next on our list, we have a real estate business, Federal Realty, available with ticker symbol FRT. It has a dividend yield of 4.16% and dividend safety score of 70. Federal Realty has its price to earnings ratio at 20.9, which is below its own 5-year average. It last increased its dividend back in August of 2022 by 0.9%. Federal Realty has been increasing its dividend for the past 54 years and currently pays its dividend on a quarterly basis. Moving on our list, we have Mccormick and Company with ticker symbol MKC. It's a consumer staples business available through the stock market and with a dividend yield of 1.85%. Mccormick and Company has a price to earnings ratio of 26.9 and a dividend safety score of 80. It last increased its dividend back in December of 2021 by 8.8% and has a dividend growth streak of 35 years. Ecolab with ticker symbol ECL is a materials business on our list of dividend aristocrats. It has a dividend yield of 1.18% and a price to earnings ratio of 32.2. Ecolab has a very safe dividend kind of status of with a score of 98, and in terms of its dividend streak, it has a record of 30 years of dividend increase year after year. Sherwin-Williams, it's a materials business with ticker symbol SHW on our list with a 1% dividend yield. It has a very safe dividend payment history and currently has the price to earnings ratio of 24.7. Sherwin-Williams did increase its dividend last back in February of 2022 by 9.1%, making it a very fast dividend growth. Sherwin-Williams' history of dividend growth goes back as far as 43 years straight. Next on our list, we have another materials business. This one is called Ppg Industries, a ticker symbol PPG. Has a dividend yield of 1.94 and a dividend safety score of 93. Ppg Industries has a price to earnings ratio of 16.9, which is in line with its own 5-year average, and it has a dividend growth streak of 50 years, marking it not only a dividend aristocrat, but also a dividend king. Cintas, with ticker symbol CTAS, is an industrials business on our list of dividend aristocrats with a dividend yield of 1.07%. Cintas increased its dividend last time back in July of 2022 by 21%, making it a very fast dividend growth at the time. It has a history of increasing its dividend for the past 40 years straight and does pay its dividend quarterly. A.O. Smith is an industrials business with ticker symbol AOS with a dividend yield of 1.99 and a very safe dividend payment. AOS Smith has a price to earnings ratio of 15.6, which is below its 5-year average, and has a history of increasing its dividend for the past 28 years. Next on our list, we have Lowe's, another consumer discretionary business with a dividend yield of 2.04% and a price to earnings ratio of 14.4. Lowe's last increased its dividend back in May of 2022 by 31%, marking a very fast dividend growth at the time, and is definitely a dividend aristocrat, but also a dividend king with 59 years of consistent year after year dividend increase. Roper Technologies, with ticker symbol ROP, is an information technology business considered to be undervalued with a dividend yield of 0.6%. It last increased its dividend back in November of 2021 by 10% and has been increasing its dividend for the past 29 years straight. It also does pay its dividend on a quarterly basis. Air Products and Chemicals, APD, is a materials business on our list of dividend aristocrats with a dividend yield of 2.52%. Air Products and Chemicals has a price to earnings ratio of 22.9 and has a dividend safety score of 95. It last increased its dividend back in February of 2022 by 8%. It has a history of increasing its dividend for the past 39 years. Next, we have Essex Property Trust. It's a real estate business with ticker symbol ESS and a dividend yield of 3.16%. It has a price to earnings ratio of 20.4 and a dividend safety score of 93. Essex Property Trust has increased its dividend payments for the past 27 years straight. Lastly, we have Illinois Toolworks with ticker symbol ITW. It's an industrials business with dividend yield of 2.54 and a price to earnings ratio of 22.2. It has last increased its dividend back in August of 2022 by 7.4%, and it's considered to be both a dividend aristocrat and a dividend king with 50 years of straight dividend increase year after year. Well, there you have it, folks. A quick look into high quality dividend paying stocks that are considered dividend aristocrats, and some of them are in fact dividend kings, not only exceeding that 25 years of dividend increase, but some of them, as indicated, even surpassed that 50 years of dividend increase. I hope you found this video beneficial and gained something of value from it. If you have any questions with regards to dividend stocks, do let us know in the comment section down below. And of course, subscribe to our channel here on Momentum Finance. We post every week several videos about stock market, including dividend stocks, growth stocks, penny stocks, and crypto. We also talk about ways to reach financial freedom. Thank you, and I hope to see you next time.